the United States.
This is the first year 18-year-olds will be able to vote in a national election. To get them to vote, they need to know that using their vote can make a difference.
I feel like this movie is very timely, being released during Women's History Month. I really, really think it's timely because two sisters co-acted and co-produced on it. Tell me about what that was like, just being released during Women's History Month. It's just, it screams women. It screams Black women especially. Tell me what that was like working with each other.
Well, I mean, this is my sister, you know. Sometimes
we do work with each other, just not in the acting capacity. Right. That's been almost never really.
Yeah, but as producers, while this is the first project that that's out into the world, we've been producing and cooking things up ever since she was a baby. But
this was our baby. But this project was our baby.
Yeah, it's 15 years we've been working on this.
That's about
we
your
nursed it to
age,
teenage
right?
status.
I'll take that, Terrence, but no. You know, Black don't crack, so we're not going to reveal it, but I'll take that. But I love the on and off screen camaraderie between two women co-acting and co-producing. It was really, really amazing to see. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Regina, I wanted to ask you, I connected with this film. My family's from Brooklyn. We're from Caribbean roots also. So I really, really connected with Shirley and her story. How did you connect the most with her? Because I know we got to see a different side of her, you know, issues within her marriage, but also just the fun side of her, the quirky side. You know, those one-liners in there, I cracked up. Tell me what you connected with most.
Well, I mean, not to bring it back to Reina, but those one-liners, and we just, all of the research that we had done, the one thing people that were lucky enough to really know Shirley would constantly tell us is that she was funny. Yeah. She was funny. And Reina is the queen of zingers, of just one-liners. So, you know, I have that built in, you know, knowing what that looks like and being quick and on your feet when it comes to those zingers. So it was like infusing a little bit of Reina, I guess, in that.
I love that. Yeah. So that she connected with you too. The triangle, you, Shirley, and Regina. Terrence, I wanted to ask you, as someone who got a first look in watching these two sisters do their thing, just like your character in the film, how can Black men continue to champion Black women on and off screen? Because I loved your character. I loved how he was so for Shirley in any capacity. Present.
It's being present.
Okay.
I think that's the thing that matters. When I was a kid, my father explained to me the role of a man in life is that of the sun. The sun can't go chasing after the planets. The sun has to stay in its position so that the other planets will be able to do what they need to do. So as a man, we are the stature, we are the foundation. So you provide that no matter what. I've been watching those two, though, for 30 years. Watching this dynamic. So friendship becomes the first part of it. Respect. And then from the respect, friendship forms. And from the friendship, you are able to accomplish amazing things. So that's what we need to do. First, show the respect, then build the friendship, and now work together cooperatively.
Definitely. And I love that Black men can continue to champion Black women as your character did in the film. Yeah. I feel like we need to do it more
Take your
today.
position.
Yeah.
You know, the most beautiful dancers, you know, the male isn't out there doing all of the stuff. They do it in crunk, which is great, you know. But it's interesting in watching the traditional dances where the male, you know, creates the space where the woman is able to dance and play and fill up the entire room. And that's the role of electricity being the male and magnetism being the female. And we work well together when we do that.
Like you said, the sun, you know, the sun is there, always present.
At the solar apex.
If you be the sun, be the sun.
Amen to that. I hope y'all taking notes. Be the sun.
Okay, be the sun.
Regina, I just wanted to speak to you. There's a reason that you're my favorite actress of all time. I'm just such a huge fan of yours, but I want to talk about your range. Because with this film, you know, we see you playing this politician. But I mean, from Marvel, from Watchmen to I love true crime. I love everything that you've done. So talk to me about range. How are you able to play a superhero and now play this politician? And even going back to Boys in the Hood, like, it's been such an amazing journey with you, but how do you execute all these different type of characters? Because you execute.
You know, it's interesting. You just said something there that I'm just catching right now. When you talk about the character in Boys in the Hood, Shalika, and you talk about the Sister Knight in Watchmen, and then you talk about Shirley Chisholm, Shirley being the only real life person. But the thing that all three of them have, I think they had superhero qualities, you know, to them. And I think because I've been blessed enough to be able to be selective with the roles, I gravitate to heroic characters.
I think they had or have superhero characteristics because you're the superhero feeding them into it. No, there's individuals that have a greater light. Like, it's almost hard to be next to her because she's always been like the feminine version of me.
Yeah,
you know?
we've
Just
always talked about that.
Very, very controlled, and like I watch her hands now. It's like, oh wow, we follow each other still the same way. So it's very, very interesting to have watched this luminary that's always been present, that's always been supportive, and have always delivered. And now I just realized in the interview earlier, you know, the Emmy, the Golden Globe, the Academy Award, you know, you're one away from something.
What's that? What do they call that?
The
I
gold.
got Tony. I got to.
Oh, EGOT.
Yeah,
EGOT.
EGOT status.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you, Regina.
But I think the G is actually Grammy, so you know you got to get to writing,
I mean,
and I'll do
stepping
some.
into music.
Oh, dog.
Terrence,
Yeah,
you know,
Terrence,
you
yeah.
got some knowledge.
Give me
You
that
helping out. Well,
You'll
thank
bust out a couple of bars.
Well, thank you so much for this film. It really brings light to such an incredible political figure, but also shows Black women just being people.
And you know, I think that's
glad
one
you
of the
felt
things
that.
that's
I felt it.
so important in telling Shirley's story is the reminder of just the woman, you know, that she is.
The person.
You know, you know, like she has all of these tribulations that she's up against as well, but for those people who are familiar with her, only see this strong woman, and strength doesn't just look like that.
Right.
Strength looks like a human being that has emotions.
But the better part of her strength is you never saw her take on masculine qualities to get her point across. She maintained that feminine, delicate beauty and recognized that men, like sunlight, will fall upon those curves, fall upon that softness. She never had to raise her voice.
Never.
Oh, she did.
But she did. But she did it. But she
got her
never
point
once
across.
lost her comportment
Yeah.
and her femininity.
Right.
And that's something that we need to remember. Men respect
That, yeah.
a woman.
She never did curse.
She embraced her emotions at the same time.
Yes.
Well, thank you for bringing that to the screen,
you.
ladies.
Thank
Terrence,
you.
thank you so much.